G'day and welcome back to another episode where we're working. We've got a bit of a stray dog that's come in and we're waiting for the owner to collect. So this is the one and only time you're going to see Bambi. But this is Bambi who has come into our house. Pretty big dog, well behaved though. But anyway, the owner's on its way. As I was saying, we are back working on the 75 and today, these here, some headlights. Now we said we would replace them and today is that day. So we've got some LED headlights to replace the old candles that are in it. Because at the moment, you turn them on and you hardly get any light, hardly any visibility. As you'll see, we're not in the workshop, we're actually in the driveway. So we're taking the 75 home. It is on the road, it is driving. So let's get cracking. What have we chosen and why? Now there's a few different things out there on the market that you can get, but we have gone with the eBay spec. So let me show you. This is literally what we've got from eBay. All up, they cost about, I think $100. So very cheap. Now they're 7-inch. So basically, you know, a lot of the ones that you'll find are just Jeep headlights. So 7-inch Jeep headlights. I'm pretty sure that they fit most cruisers. Let me show you. They look pretty good. They're basically a 3-plug play, if you can see that, once it gets in focus. In the box, it also comes with a little adapter, so depending on what car you have and what it's purchased for, 3-plug, different style pin. Now, whilst it's got the 3-plug as well, it's also got these 2 other connectors. Now, one of them is for the daytime driving light. So this outer rim here, we can actually plug that into our accessories. So when the car's on, this outer LED light is on as a daytime running light. There's no real need for a daytime running light, apart from one thing, they look good. So we're gonna wire that up because I think they look unreal. The other one, because as I said, there were 2, is actually a turning signal. You can choose to wire this into your left and right indicators, and your headlights will actually have a turning signal in them. A pretty cool feature. Now, because we've already got our indicators on the outside of our cruiser, I'm not gonna wire that up. So it should be pretty simple to do. Something to keep in mind, especially if you're getting a pair of these, if you just go ahead and plug these in, they're not gonna work because you need basically like a cancellation module. So I've also got that from eBay, but the brand is Steady. Let me open this up. One end will plug into our new headlight. The other one plugs into the car's wiring relay. Now that I've showed you what we're gonna be putting in to the cruiser today to really finish off the look of this front end, let's get the grill out and let's get the old ones out. She's still here. Sit, shake. Oh my word, you are well trained. Good thing about the cruisers is there's hardly any screws. One screwdriver, and we should be able to undo most of it. So it's pretty much ready to come out, but there's a couple of clips in there, one at the bottom for the grill. So pop them, then the grill will come. There's one, there's 2. Forgot that I've obviously got the headlights on and the wiring goes through the grill. So pop those out and then the grill's off. So now that the grill's gone, we can take out the headlight. That includes the headlight surround. Pretty much everything comes out in one piece. Now there's only really a spring. So you've got these screws up here, but they're more location screws of if you need to adjust it and it holds it in. We don't need to undo them fully, but it does have, it might be a bit dark, but there's actually a spring right here that we undo and then they'll pop right off. There we go. And now our headlight is out, and obviously we'll undo the back. That there is our headlight, and we'll take this little spring as well. Goodbye, dog. Goodbye. As I said, we are at home, not in the workshop, which means I don't really have a workbench. All I've got is a laundry bench, and you know what? For a couple of lights, that'll do. This lower section here in this section here need to be undone via these screws. Now they look pretty rusty, so I'm a little bit worried about getting them. Once we have them separated, I believe we should be able to attach this to the new LED lights. So let's work on getting those rusty bolts. I might even need to hit them with a bit of WD-40. Let's see how we go. No good. Okay, let's try this one. They are so rusty. Wow, okay, we've got one out. I don't know how well you can see that, but we got it out with a great deal of force. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get these other ones out. So what I finally ended up doing was grabbing a chisel, just a small one like this, and the trusty hammer, and then hitting on top of the thread to basically create somewhere that then I can put a flat screwdriver in. So hopefully this works. Let's see. You know what? Instead of a flat screwdriver, I'm just gonna actually use my chisel. That's nice and pointy. Oh my goodness, we got a half a turn. That's the best. Finally. Woo-hoo-hoo! As I was trying to get that last bolt, because these two were undone, there was enough room that I could actually take this off and take the light out. So let's tighten it up and then we can start to put our light into here. Okay, these bolts, they're obviously done. So I've had a look at what I've got at home, and lucky, I've actually got brand new stainless steel bolts that I'll be able to replace those rusty ones with. There's actually little grooves here as to where it fits. So once you're in that groove, it's not going to move anywhere. Now the way that I've also positioned it is, if you have a look at that there, I'm making the bottom and the top just so everything's nice and symmetrical. So now we can put our, whatever you call this ring over it. Woohoo, fantastic. That there, one complete. Now that we've got this one all done, LED with the surround, we can put this in and then we can start on the wiring. Oh, he's done it before. So we've got one side in. Now we haven't wired up the outside LED, but let's first test it just to make sure. We work, baby. That looks so much better than old school. So that is fantastic. Does it get the Gwen tick of approval?
Yes.
And also, I think the other reason why it looks so much better is because down here on the bar we've got LED, so it matches the LED theme. Whereas this side, if we're looking at it, no LED, LED. Now obviously these here, but there's nothing much we can do about that. I think it's time to get the other side, although I won't show you doing this side. Instead, it'll just be, alrighty, we've got it in. As you can see, it is working high beam and low beam. So now we can work on doing the daytime running lights. You wouldn't read about it, but the eBay kit actually comes with spare wiring for the daytime running lights. I tell you what, for $100, it's not gonna get much better than that. Okay, so this here is that fuse box. We can go in from the base, and then we can just put this. We're probably going to put this into this one right here. Put that in. Okay, so I made a little bit of a mistake before. These two here, these only have power when accessories, but this one here is constant power. So I put it to this one and that was not the right thing to do. So I got my test light out, tested it, and now I've moved over to here before I connect everything else. We'll move this to accessories. Oh, fantastic. Let me show you this. They look unreal. I'm so stoked with that and how bright they are. I'm gonna finish, put this grill in, and then let's get this car outside and have a look at the new front end. Well, that's all we've got time for. It was probably a little bit of a different episode. We only did one modification on the 75 instead of a whole bunch. But I think the eBay headlights look unreal. From an installation perspective, not too hard. From a looks perspective, fantastic. So far, I'm scoring it pretty high. I've only got shots of the headlight during the day, so I'll make sure that I get some shots at night and I'll put them at the end of this video. That's all we've got time for in this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.